guys, Portia here. Today we are working on an order for a client. Now this is a baby order for sublimation tumblers. This is going to be for the seniors at senior night. Here is the plan for today. We're going to go ahead and get started in Canva where we'll create the images for our tumblers. From there we'll go ahead and press it onto the cups and discuss cost. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Here we are with our blank canvas. I have named this canvas tumbler wrap. Then I put our size in here for the 20-ounce tumbler. Now I will say, go ahead and make sure you measure twice because all tumblers are not created equal. Over here on our left hand side, I did create a folder with the elements that we'll be needing today to build out our design. Let's go ahead and start with the background, which is the high school's logo. Stretch that out. And because we have to add other elements to this page, we're going to move our little phoenix over. But not too far to the edge because remember it is a tumbler wrap, so I don't really want to cut out or cut off any of the main design elements. So I think our phoenix can live right there. And let's bring in our first senior. And what we're going to do is remove the background from this image. And I do want to make her a bit bigger because after all, she is the star of this design. Bring that out a little bit more. I want to bring her down. So I do want her, like the bottom part of this image, to kind of live down close to the edge because you can see the ball kind of flattens out here. So we can make it at least semi-realistic. And I want her to pop off of the page a little bit more, but it doesn't have to be like an intense pop. But I do want to add a bit of a glow around her. Now, initially the glow comes in as black, and I feel like this gets a little bit lost. So I want to change this to white. And I don't want to look like an angel, like necessarily or anything like that. So what I do want to change is the intensity of the glow. I'm gonna make that a 28. Let's start there. I think that works because if we go too much, then it throws it off. So let's just go ahead and pull that on down to somewhere around there. Okay, I think this does the job. And then I'm gonna pull her down a little bit more and bring it out just like so. And I think that I like that. Okay, so we have our player in. What I do want to add is the name and the jersey number. So let's go ahead and go over here to our text. All right, there we go. Now, we are not going to stick with this font because it is rather plain. So, did I use this font recently? Yeah, I did. It's called Asteria Bold Italic, and this is pre-installed, at least with Canva Pro. So we're going to change that to that. And we do need our font size to be a little bit bigger. Let's do that. That looks good. And then we're going to move it over to the middle here. I want to line it up more with our phoenix. I think that looks good. Now let's go ahead and change our color here because the white is not doing it for me. I like the ombre presets here in Canva. So I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom in this direction, and we're going to make it pop off of the design by adding an effect to it, which is an outline. And I'm going to change that outline to white, and I'm going to bump the thickness all the way up to 200. And there we have it. Our first one is done. So when we were in our folder, we had, 3 other young ladies in there? Because I mentioned this design has, we're designing for 4 different cups. So let's go ahead and go back over into our project so we can finish our other 4. So I am going to actually duplicate this page. And I'll show you why in a minute. Go back into my project. Go here. Go here. And the reason why I duplicated the page as opposed to just adding a new page, so that would add a new page, so we're going to delete that. I duplicated the page so that it will be easy to do the rest of them. So the way we're going to do the rest of them is literally, we're just going to pull the image over. And what it does is it automatically takes on the design elements that we added to the previous image. And because I don't want to have to put the shadow in or the glow in all over again, I just am able to slide the picture in there and it automatically takes on the everything that I did in the first picture. So that honestly saves time so that you don't have to keep adding those certain design elements over and over again, or even trying to figure out, wait a minute, what element did I put there, or how big was the thickness? In that case, you don't have to do that at all. So once again, we'll just move her, and then say for instance I didn't want to work with that particular image, I can just slide this one over and we would be there again. And so I could keep doing that until all of our images are complete. And so let's go ahead and do that. In here, we're just going to put our next name, and then we're number 2. And that is it. And then I can move this around because once again, she is the star of the show. So we want to make sure that it looks good. So let me go ahead and complete the rest of our design. Now guys, as I mentioned earlier, we will be discussing costs, and this is actually where your costs would begin. Now, although it's only taken me a few minutes to show you guys how to put this design together, it took me approximately 3 hours from consulting with the client, going back and forth with different images and even different designs to what you guys see me doing here. And so when we calculate costs, it's very important to calculate your time and effort that it's spent designing the image too. So not only is it just a single image, each image is personalized with a name, a number, and a different person. Very important. Okay, here is our complete set of the images that we'll need to press on our tumbler. What I'm going to do is go ahead and print them out, let them dry, and then I will meet you guys over at the tumbler press. All 4 of the images are printed out, and I have already cut off the area that we don't need for our design. Let's go ahead and get all 4 wrapped, and then we will move into the press. While we complete this order, let's go ahead and continue our conversation about cost. Remember, I mentioned it's very important that you calculate your design time, because this is something that a lot of people undercharge for because they may enjoy designing, or oh no, that only took a few minutes. Well, that's still a few minutes of your time, and we know time is money. So if we're thinking about reasonably, even on the low end, your time cost is going to be approximately $35 to $60 an hour. And included in that time cost is also production time. So in this video, it took me about 5 minutes. I spent 5 minutes on each tumbler. That setup, alignment, pressing, cooling, all of that is labor, y'all. So that production rate is going to be approximately $25 to $35 an hour. Now let's talk about materials. This is something you should always recoup. Now, even if everything is already owned, you still used it in the job. So the typical blank tumbler is going to be $7 to $10. Your sublimation paper plus ink, $1 to $2 per tumbler. Wear and tear on your equipment, you're using electricity, you're taping down the image, etc. All of that, about $1 per tumbler. So you have spent approximately $10 per tumbler when it comes to material costs. Now, customization. Not only did we design that base, we did 4 unique names and 4 unique edits as far as with the photos are concerned. All of that is custom work. That's not batching. So a standard personalization fee is going to be about $5 to $10 per tumbler. Now, the total calculation for this particular project, if we take everything and not be modest, we'll just say design time $120, production labor $10, materials $40, customization $28. That's a total of $198. Now, what is it that we're actually going to charge? So in the real world, we have a couple of ways to go here. Number one, you could go clean professional price, which would be about $200 for these customized tumblers. It would be $50 per tumbler. If you know your worth, you know your work, this is something that is fair and very defensible. If they can't afford it, then they need to move on. You could go with another option. Number two, you could do like a slight friends and family discount, which would be about $180 for all 4 tumblers, which is about $45 per tumbler. This still pays you properly. Now, the last option, the minimum you should ever charge, y'all, is $160 for this set of tumblers. This is our example. We got 4 tumblers here, and that would be $40 per tumbler. Anything below this means that you're paying yourself under minimum wage for your skilled work. And that should never be. If you put your heart and soul into something and you are intent on growing, in order to grow, you have to make sure that you are taken care of and you are charging for your worth. Never undervalue yourself. And guys, this is all I have for you today. I just want to share with you all a bit about how I complete my orders. And hopefully I was helpful in you knowing exactly how to charge for your expertise. If you have any questions or concerns, emotional outbursts, let me know. If you found the video helpful or just plain or entertaining, could you give it a like? But as always, stay colorful, stay creative, and always find joy in the little things you do. Until next time, peace.